Or actually, shall we just... I've got a better idea. Who should we remove from this list? Okay, first straw poll is going to be who should we remove from this list, and this is going to make space for the people who are not in the list yet, okay? How does that sound? I think this is a great idea. This is so smart. Shall we do it? And then we stopped at Pashy, so we still need to get Remco, Rizzo, Squishy, Torment, Shady, Torsos, Turbo, and Panda in here. Okay, so first straw poll. Since strawpoll.me isn't big enough for the question we're about to ask it, we are going to... Wait, I'm gonna save that straw poll first. First, we're gonna vote. So who should we remove from the list? We need to remove 8 people. Okay, the top 8 votes are getting removed from the list. So don't troll. Here it is. Okay, the top 8 are getting removed. They're not being considered for the best player or the top 10 of 2018. All right, guys, get voting. Let's see who gets voted in. Oh my goodness. Okay, Chrome's getting a lot of votes. So is Jules and Chrono. Why are you guys doing this? Okay, Jules, Chrome, Classics, Pashy, a lot, Chronobi, CJ. The top 8 are getting... Oh, poor Jules. Jeez. This is not fair. Annoying Anakin, thanks for 20 bits. The Mustard Tiger 89, thanks to the tier 1. And Dugam, thanks for 1,000 bits. Lethamir's love, Lethamir's life. He's not in this polo. Okay, so we're removing Jules, Chrome, Chronovi, a lot, Classics, Pashy, Express, and Jake. I think that's 8 people. We'll give it a couple more minutes. Who's definitely not getting removed? Mystic got 1 vote, so did JNaps, and Garrett G, and Fireburner. Chicago, Metza got 2. Cuckster got 2 votes. Justin got 3 votes. Oh, you guys are something special today. What do you mean, yes? Thank you, Toast Maker, for the Prime sub, 5 months. How can you vote? You need to click on the straw poll in chat. What is this song, by the way? Goodness me, that's repetitive. Right, should we call that one? I think... Okay, we're definitely removing Jules. Sorry, Jules. Nothing personal. It is absolutely nothing personal at all. Excuse me. Why not multiple choice? Because then people are just going to spam everybody. I just made it 1. Because then it's like, you know, more of a democracy. Everybody gets 1 vote. That's all. Okay, so if we've got to remove... I better write this down because I'm going to forget who to remove. We need to remove Jules. Sorry, Jules. Chrome. You guys are so mean. A lot. Chronovi. Chronovi not even being considered for the top 10. Classics. Pashy. Just because he's retired. You guys are just you've already forgotten about him. Express and Jake. Okay, that's the 8 players that are being removed. Now if we go back here, now we can actually do that. So a lot is gone. Chrome is gone. Express is gone. Jake is gone. Jules is gone. Classics, Chronovi, and Pashy. Alright, so now we have to add in the other players. We'll just add them in this in the order they appear. So we have Remco, Rizzo, Shady, because yeah, we've not had him in the list yet. So Shady's in the contention still. Squishy, Torment, Torsos, Turbo Pulsa, Violent Panda, and Yukio. Okay, that's all. That is literally everybody who's been RLCS this year has been at least in this list at some point. Who was the best player in 2018? This is the new question. So we're not voting people out the list now. We're voting for the best player in 2018. You're only allowed 1 vote. So if you want to like make your vote immediately, then go ahead. If you want to wait and see what other people are voting for and then and then join them, go ahead. I honestly I don't mind. Either way is fine by me. Sorry, I've had this covered in the chat a little bit. We'll put it here. But yeah, let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to save this as draft. No more than 30 options are allowed. How many options do we have? How is that even allowed to type them in if we're not allowed 31 options? Who do we kick? Right, just type in chat who we're kicking from this list. Apparently we have too many people. Spam it. Spam it, Twitch chat. Neo Queen, thanks for the tier 1 sub. How you doing? Shady. Lots of people said shady. Okay, so yeah, that was like a pretty unanimous response, actually. I didn't write shady in the right. Here he is. Okay, sorry, shady. You're out of here. Okay. Yes, it worked this time. Okay, just click on the poll I'm spamming in chat right now, and then you can vote for your best player, the rank 1 player of 2018. Let's do it, Twitch chat. Who's it gonna be? Okay, I'll mouse over this. Squishy's getting the most votes at the moment, followed up by Cuxer and Torment and K-Dop. Gimmick, Yukio, and Rizzo is also pretty high here. Squishy looks like he's running away with this one. 36. No, I guess Squishy's not streaming right now. 1 vote in these is actually stupid. No, yeah, I think you'll find it's perfectly acceptable. If you want to make, like I said, if you want to vote immediately, you can. If you want to wait and see what the votes, or who's getting the most votes, then you can do that as well. And then you can just stack your vote on somebody else. Looks like Squishy's going to take rank 1 here in the Twitch chat best player of 2018. After we've done this, I'll reveal what mine is, but yeah, for now we're just doing Twitch chat. Marty Dude, thanks for the Prime sub. Drixari, thanks for 30-month tier 1. I appreciate that. Oh, and by the way, thanks to Mr. KR Demon for joining the YouTube channel. That's awesome. We're actually over 50 YouTube members now, which is something I never thought would happen. Jason P3 and 359, thanks for the Prime sub. How are you doing? Let's go. Let's back this up a little. And now what we do is we vote for the second best player in 2018, and we remove Squishy from the list because he's already been voted in. So let's do this one. We need to save this as a draft. And then copy this. Go to results. Right, click that poll, guys. Second best player 2018. Who's it going to be? Red Jarhead 155, thanks for the Prime sub. How are you doing? Alright, looks like Rizzo's getting an awful lot of votes. So is Torment and Gimmick. 3-horse race. Actually, 4-horse. K-Dop is also in here. And Fairy Peak is pretty high. And Cuxer. Cuxer is ramping up. It is very close to the top. Gimmick, currently ahead of K-Dop, Fairy Peak, and Torment. Also, Cuxer, Rizzo, and Justin kind of involved. K-Dop is actually racing ahead now. Seems like everybody's kind of consolidating on him. Second place is still a battle between Torment and Gimmick. The rest of Cloud9. Why is everybody stop memeing? What do you mean? Who's a meme here? What are you talking about? So there's currently like 7 or 8 votes. 7 between K-Dop and Torment. So that is the current battle. Looks like K-Dop is actually racing ahead as the gap is getting bigger. Okay, that is going to be a confirmation, I think. The gap is getting bigger. K-Dop is Twitch chat's second best player of 2018.
Johnny.
Yes.
Johnny. It's been 7 months of tier 3. We almost have a tier 3 baby now. Where will it sleep? Who will breastfeed it? All of these questions in my mind, Johnny.
Thank you, MWB, for the 7 month in a row tier 3 sub. That's ridiculous. King Spectre, that's your gift and a sub to Buffalo if it's the 2nd month in a row. And Zrez, thanks for the Prime sub also. We're on to the 3rd best player of 2018 now. Let's go ahead and get that one started. Oh my goodness, thanks for all these subs, guys. Click on the poll in the chat if you want to vote for the 3rd best player in 2018. Right now, Yukio is the only person with any votes. RL Newt, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Ginger Fellow, thanks for 21-month tier 1. Welcome back. Alright, looks like Rizzo. Wait, not Rizzo. Torment is winning, followed by Gimmick and Cuxer, and then Rizzo again. Okay, go on. Thanks for gifting a sub to Gregan. Welcome, Gregan. How you doing? Yeah, Torment is currently way ahead, actually. And the gap is getting bigger. It seems like everybody's quite happy to have Torment in first. All the people who saved their votes just stacked them on Torment. So Torment is going to take 3rd place for the Twitch chat best player of 2018. All right, let's back this up and go for the 4th. Where was Torment now? It's got to be further down. Oh, there he is. Okay. That should be the new poll. If anybody wants to click on that and vote for the 4th best player in 2018. Chicago is the first player to get a vote. Mad Scouse 1989, thanks for the 100 bits. You want Scrub, ha ha ha. Unfortunately, Scrub did not make an RLCS this year, so he was removed from the contention immediately. Gimmick is currently first place. Cuxer right behind him. Rizzo third place. Fairy Peak and Turbo Pulsa also getting quite a few votes. Looks like Gimmick is just raced ahead though. You guys are stacking votes on the person in first every single time. You're just like, okay, this guy's in first. I'm gonna vote for him, which is fine. Brutality plays PC. Thanks to the 20 bits. Are we gonna have to give this to Gimmick, the third best player of 2018? Looks like, yeah, Gimmick is actually racing ahead. That is the entire Cloud9 roster has been voted in by Twitch chat in the top 4. The only player who wasn't Cloud9 is K-Dop for not 45th. So we need to find Gimmick now. Remove him. Okay. You guys really like Cloud9, huh? Are they a popular team or something? Right, new poll. 5th best player 2018. Get voting, boys. The poll doesn't say RLCS. No, it doesn't. But I had to limit it at some point. Like we need. I need to put the options in the poll, so I only put RLCS players in.
WE lol. Rizzo for best boy TBH.
Hey, Swiftful Eagle. That's awesome. Thanks to 29 months in a row. Welcome back, Rizzo for best boy. Well, he's second place behind Cux for 5th best player of the year, currently. C9 popular. Yeah, I think I've heard of them before. I think they won a tournament or something. Looks like Cuxer might be racing ahead of Rizzo here. The gap is definitely not getting smaller. Oh wait, or is it? 45 to 37. Rizzo might be fighting back here. It's 40, still 45, still 37. Nobody voting at all of a sudden. Kevrock, thanks to the 4-month tier 1. Welcome back. Yeah, looks like Cux has been ahead for quite a while there, so we'll stick him in at 5th place for Twitch chat. Cuxer 97 making top 5 for the 2018. Top 10. Alright, let's see where Cuxer was in this list. There he is. Okay, we're voting for 6th best player now. We're rattling through these. There we go. Just click that poll and vote for your 6th best player of the year. I'll reveal mine after. As you can see, there's already a list ready to be filled. Fairy Peak, Rizzo. Currently the 2 with by far the most votes, but Rizzo has more. 747 Imp, thanks to the tier 1. I appreciate that. How you doing? Yeah, looks like Rizzo might be taking this one. The player who finished second in the previous vote very often just gets a ton of votes. That's going to be Rizzo for sure. Getting 6th best player of the year, according to Twitch.
John Puppy, where in the tier 3 list am I? I asked yesterday and you answered I think, but I didn't have my headphones on. Also, you should have your tier 3 list on a publicly accessible
yes,
Google
I should.
Doc,
I'm gonna
only, so we can see where we are in the list.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I've been really disorganized with tier 3 stuff in the past month because I've not even been here.
Marbles today.
Wait, did I take Rizzo off the list yet? I didn't. There he is. Thank you for this, whoever did that. Alright, there's the new poll, 7th best player of the year. Get your votes in. MWB, I'm going to check that right now for you, mate. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16th. But yeah, as you probably know, in the past I've reached, you know, that kind of range, 13, 14, 15th, during streams because so many people are away and not even here when I'm doing these. Fairy Peak ahead of Turbo Pulsa, Justin, and Remco here for this 7th best player of the year. Guan, thanks for 250 bits. No marbles today, unfortunately. I don't have time to do marbles, I'm afraid, but we'll do it later this week. Our Dave 13, thanks to the Prime sub. How are you getting on, mate? Yeah, it looks like Fairy Peak has just smashed this one. He's going to be the the 7th best player of the year, according to Twitch chat. Fairy Peak locks it down. Let's go back to the poll, change it to 8th and remove Fairy. Where is he? There he is. Okay. 8th best player of the year. We're almost finished the Twitch bit. The Twitch bit of this. Alright. Remco getting a lot of votes to start things off here. So is Turbo and Justin. It's actually really close this time. Yukio also in the mix. 4 players with quite a lot of votes. Remco in front, but right behind him is Justin and Turbo. This is a really close 3-horse race. They're literally all changing spots. What is happening? Justin might have broken away from them both, though. Looks like he's about 6 votes ahead of the pair of them now. 7. Justin currently ahead of Remco and Turbo. There's a lot of good players in this list who are not getting many votes. Well, this is getting so many votes, this one.
Rarely catch a live stream, but always
I think that's a win for Justin.
Keep up the great work, man.
He's been ahead for a while now, so we'll put him in at 8th for our Twitch chat's list. We'll find him and remove him from this list. Make this 9th. So second last Twitch chat vote here. Second last Twitch chat vote.
Rizzo fans watch our LCS for the drops.
Word up, thanks to 250 bits. That's a bit harsh. MJR, thanks for the 2-month Prime. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube, even though you can't catch many streams, mate. I appreciate that. And Sam Iverson, thanks for the 6-month Prime as well. Alright, Remco is finally, looks like he might win one here. Get into the top 10, ahead of Turbo and Yukio. Garrett G is now in 4th place. Remember that the next player will be the last one in Twitch chat's top 10. Just in case somebody can't count to 10. I'll help you out with that. Yeah, Remco's way ahead here. Remco is miles ahead. Also, Remco, I think, is a small KSR, so we'll do that for him. Right, the last one. Who is the 10th best player of 2018? First, I've got to remove Remco. Where is Remco? Oh, he's right at the top. There he is. So we just create this. Don't need to save it this time. Alright, guys. Last one for Twitch chat. Then I'm going to reveal my list in reverse order. Looks like Turbo's ahead, followed by Yukio and Garrett. It's the same 3 that trailed to Remco last time, but Turbo getting a lot of votes the 3-time. Mad Scouts 1989, thanks for the 2-month. Tier 1, how you doing?
Love forward to a great year of streams.
Hey, me too, man. Me too, I certainly hope so. Looks like Turbo's going to win this. Yukio is getting a lot of votes, but it's just not quite enough to make Twitch chat's top 10. Turbo's going to round it off. And there you have it. The list is completed. The Twitch chat top 10 for 2018. If you don't like it, too bad. That's just the way it is. I'll reveal mine now. I'm going to move myself a little bit over here. Balance the screen out a little bit. Yeah, so we have Twitch chat has Squishy, K-Dop, Torment, Gimmick, Cuxer97, Rizzo, Fairy Peak, Justin, Remco, and Turbo Pulse. I've forgotten the A. Sorry about that, Turbo. Wait. I actually didn't forget the A. I did write A. For some reason... That is really weird. I actually did write the A, but it just wasn't showing. I was a bit confused there. Alright. Let's do my one now. So, I'm going to reveal mine in reverse order. And you guys can all complain when I disagree with your one. With your list. So, great list, Twitch chat. Well done. Well done. Very good list. You did well. I'm proud of you. I'll tell you how many of your players are actually in my top 10. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these players are also in my top 10. Just to give you guys a rough idea. But yeah, for me, number 10 is Drippy, because I think OCE deserve some representation here. They've had a pretty good year, and Drippy's like been an outstanding player all year. Best player in his region at both LANs, actually finishing top 4 in the second LAN, dominating
Johnny, it's
OCE as a region for the longest time.
Guy here, but why on earth is Sunless Khan not on this list?
It's a very good question, Grim Darkling. Thanks for 17-month Prime, by the way. I appreciate that. Why is Sunless Khan? Maybe he's on my list. You have to wait and see. Marakumo 2, thanks for gifting a sub to Rizzo, who can't believe that he didn't get first in the list. Well, maybe he'll get first in mine. You never know. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I almost said subjective there. That would have been false information. All right. Yeah, I've got Drippy in here because I consider the Throwdown league obviously a little bit lower than the RLCS leagues because the competition is not as stiff. But regardless, Drippy's been really, really solid all year. And although they lost to, what do you call them? Tainted Minds. Locally, they lost to Tainted Minds in Throwdown. They beat them. They outperformed them at RLCS significantly. Actually did the best any OC team's ever done. and managed to take down NRG in the process, who are, don't forget, one of the best teams of the year. Probably the third best team of 2018 is NRG, in my opinion, after Cloud9 and after Dignitas and Cloud9. So to beat them is a huge, huge result at an RLCS LAN, and that shouldn't be forgotten. But yeah, Drippe, I think, just edges in here. I'll tell you who my honorable mentions are at the end. I don't want to spoil the rest of this one, but we'll continue on up. My number 9 is Metsonoris, who you guys didn't have in your list either. Don't forget, Metsa actually started off 2018 with a lot and Magnus. I'm sure most of you will remember that. So they did the first half of the year with that roster, finished 3rd at RLCS Season 5. They actually finished top 2 in league play and regionals for Season 5, and auto qualified for LAN. They didn't do so well at DreamHack Leipzig. They got beaten by Jesse, so that's obviously a bit of a knock on Metsa. But he did do well, obviously, in the last part of the year as well with We Dem Girls. So I think Metsa just edges in here ahead of both of his teammates Remco and Ignite, who had much more disappointing starts to 2018. They did worse in DreamHack Leipzig than Metsa did. They did worse at RLCS Season 5 than Metsa did. And don't forget, the other thing about Metsa is he finished 3rd place at the Universal Open. Although it's not a 3v3 event, it is a pretty big prize pool, so I think it counts for something. And that's why I've got Metsa in at number 9. All right. Number 8 for me goes to Justin. So you guys actually had him at number 8 as well. I was a bit weirded out when I saw that. So I agree with you exactly on this one. Very, very strange. I think this is the only one that we're going to agree on. In fact, it definitely is the only one that we're going to agree on. We did it. Yeah, you guys did it. You actually got Justin in the same spot as me. Justin didn't join NRG until after DreamHack Leipzig. They played DreamHack Leipzig with Torment, actually. Fireburner and Garrett did. They played that tournament with Torment and did very well. They finished 3rd place. So Justin wasn't playing for them then. He didn't play Universal Open. But apart from that, he played both RLCSs and E-League and Gnarly 2. And obviously, they came 2nd at Regionals, 2nd at RLCS Season 5. They came 2nd at Gnarly 2. They came 1st at Season 6 Regionals, and then they bombed out of RLCS Season 6 and did okay at E-League. They actually were the only team at E-League to beat... to beat Cloud9 besides We Dem Girls, who beat them in the final. So they actually did pretty good all year. Justin, definitely Rookie of the Year from me. So that's maybe a bit of a spoiler that we're not going to have any Yukios or Ignites or other rookies above him in the list. But I think that should have been fairly obvious to you guys. All right, my number 7. You guys did have this guy in your list, but you didn't have him in the same spot as me. And that is Torment of Cloud9. Now, this one is a really tricky one. I didn't really know where to put Torment because if this was a top 10 list for the last half of 2018, he would be way higher up. He would be, like, you could even make an argument that he would be the top player. He would be definitely, I think, top 5, maybe even top 3. But the first half of the year, he was a little bit quieter. That's why I've got Torment down here. Like I said, he started off with a pretty good result. He finished 3rd place with NRG, Garrett, and Fireburner in DreamHack Leipzig. But yeah, 3rd place at Regionals for RLCS Season 5. 4th place at RLCS Season 5 LAN. Then they came, I think, 4th again at Gnarly 2. Or was it? No, yeah, 4th again. Lost to Flipside. So, you know, they didn't have the best results. And I think Torment was probably the player who was, for me, just a little bit lower level than Squishy and Gimmick in terms of what he was bringing to the team at that point. And it was only when he actually elevated to their level and even better that they managed to win RLCS and beat Dignitas a whole bunch of times. So that's why I've got Torment further down the list, and maybe a few of you would have expected. It's because he started off the year a bit quietly, and actually when he elevated his game and played really, really well, that's when Cloud9 had the best results. So if it was second half of 2018, I'd definitely have him higher for sure. All right, number 6 for me goes to Garrett G, who I think this might be a surprise. You guys didn't have Garrett in your list at all, but he had a couple of decent results besides RLCS. He did 3rd place at DreamHack Leipzig. He got 5th place at Universal Open. It's not great for him and JNAPS, but it was still better than a lot of other RLCS players who didn't even qualify.
Wish me luck. Then
good luck, mate.
Being able to watch your streams regularly. Revision alongside this stream probably isn't the best idea.
Yeah, mate, please don't try and revise while watching streams. You need to get that last exam crushed, Kladovic. Go do it. 14-month Prime, welcome back. 3-month Black Sir Gargle. I think I said that right.
Love you and your content, my man.
Thank you so much for the 3-month and the kind words, man. That is very kind of you. Yeah, where was I? I was going to say Garrett. I've got him in here because he had a really, really solid RLCS regionals. They came second behind G2. I was very impressed with Garrett at that point. Very impressed with Garrett at RLCS Season 5. Very impressed with Garrett at RLCS Season 6 regionals. It's only RLCS Season 6 that's kind of a blip. And even then, I don't think he played terribly. I think Chiefs and Cloud9 just stepped up and they played really well. I think if NRG didn't run into them, they could have easily made it a deep run. In fact, they nearly beat Cloud9 in the winner's bracket, or in the loser's bracket. And maybe it would have been them making that run all the way through to beat Dignitas. But yeah, I've got Garrett just ahead of Justin here because he did better in the Universal Open and DreamHack Leipzig. I think both of them were pretty even for the year in terms of how well they did for NRG. But Garrett just had more results because he played more tournaments. All right, into the top 5 we go. And I've got another player that you guys didn't have in your list, and that's Violent Panda from Dignitas. So I don't know. I really thought that you guys would put him in your list, and I thought Turbo and him would be much higher up your top 10 than he was. Wait, did somebody? Why are you guys all pogging? Did somebody like guess something? I'm so confused. Anyway, I'll continue. I've got Violent Panda top 5 for sure. I think Dignitas were definitely the best team in 2018. No questions asked. A lot of people would think Cloud9 are the best team in 2018 just because they finished strong. I think you guys, you guys having Squishy, Torment, and Gimmick all in your top 4 kind of insinuates that you want to have Cloud9 as the best team in 2018. But I definitely disagree. I think they were the second best team for sure. But Dignitas were the best team. And Violent Panda was a really important player for them, obviously, for the entire year. He did, and this is why I don't have him any higher. He did have a really disappointing RLCS Season 6 Grand Finals, like really disappointing. One of the worst Grand Finals performances that we've ever seen. So that's why I've got him 5th place. He would have been higher up if he'd just played his usual self in that Grand Final against Cloud9. But I think he didn't even. He couldn't score goals. Couldn't hit the ball. He was all over the place. That's why, yeah, he's a bit lower down. I actually thought you guys would have him higher than me here, but you guys didn't. You guys didn't even have him on your list. So now I don't feel bad at all. Exactly. You guys forgot about him entirely. All right, number 4 for me. Prepare for the riot. I've got Squishy at number 4. I can't spell his name, but I can say it. I've got Squishy here, coming in at number 4, and I think this is pretty fair, if not generous, actually, for top 3. Yeah, I got Squishy number 4 because I think he did, probably his best year yet. Won Universal Open, didn't actually play DreamHack Leipzig, did okay at RLCS Season 5, did okay at Gnarly, pretty average. Then obviously very, very solid RLCS Season 6 and okay at E-League. Not like the perfect year for Squishy. It could be better, and that's why he's not at the top. But I think he's definitely deserving to go just ahead of Violent Panda here, just for the consistency element. He didn't flop in any Grand Finals like Panda did that one time, so that's why I've got him edging out Panda. The top 5 was very easy for me to choose, by the way, for this. Super easy. There was such a clear top 5. There was never going to be any different players in the top 5. Read the Book of Mormon. Thanks for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. How are you doing? All right, number 3. I've got the 3-time Turbo Pulsar. He didn't manage to get the 4-time, but it was close. I think he actually showed up in the final reasonably well. Crushed Sweden Girls in the Grand Final of Season 6, or the Winners Final of Season 6, RLCS. And then, yeah, they just weren't working as a team for RLCS Season 6 Grand Finals against Cloud9. It just didn't work. But yeah, besides all that, obviously Turbo Pulsar and Dignitas, their achievements are pretty ridiculous. They came 5th place DreamHack Leipzig, 1st place at both EU regionals for RLCS Season 5 and 6, 1st place RLCS Season 5, 1st place in Gnarly. Didn't qualify for Universal Open LAN. Him and Remco fell short in the qualifier. And then obviously they finished off the year with 2nd place RLCS, 3rd place E-League. Pretty ridiculous stuff. I don't think anybody can argue that Dignitas were the best team of the year. And Turbo Pulsar might even be, I think he didn't play, he didn't have the best year, but I think he might still be like the best player on that team for 2018, even though he didn't have the best year. Like overall in terms of what he's achieved, it's so close between him and K-Dot, but yeah, you could make a really good argument. This is a very close top 3 here. Anyway, let's go ahead and reveal number 2, and it is Gimmick from Cloud9. I've got Gimmick as the highest rated player from you guys are hilarious. Yeah, I've got Gimmick as the highest rated player at Cloud9 because I think he just did what Squishy does but better for most of the year. And his defensive blunders were nowhere near as bad as they were the previous year. So, congrats. Yeah, obviously Gimmick was criticized by Scrub at Universal Open for having the defense of a Champion 2 player. I think that was like a very Scrub killer statement, very exaggerated. But there was a little bit of truth to it. I think Gimmick's defense can at times be a little bit dodgy. But then I think so can Squishy. Sometimes he ball chasing defense and takes teammates out of the game as well. So I think basically Gimmick for me was just a bit better as Squishy. He was like slightly better version for most of 2018. And that's why I've got him ahead here. Absolutely single-handedly obliterated the Weedham Girls in the RLCS Season 6 winners finals, or losers finals. Shame he couldn't do the same at E-League. And yeah, don't forget the Squishy and Gimmick won the Universal Open 2v2 against Scrub and Greasy. So, very impressive stuff. Thanks to the 100 bits from I'm Trash Breath. PogChamp Rizzo #1. Nah, I'm afraid I'm going to have to give #1. I'm just going to have to keep things serious here. And that's why we do have to give it to Jesse. I mean, he's mostly been streaming all year, and he hasn't played any tournaments at all, except the DreamHack Leipzig. I can't keep a straight face. I just can't do it. I'm just memeing around here. Let me just we'll go ahead and do a serious one. Yeah, obviously it's Rizzo. Come on. I said there was only 6 players in your list that were also going to make it into mine, but I lied. Rizzo's definitely the best player of 2018. No questions asked. Miles better than Kronovi, and if I was him, I would probably bench Kronovi for just another player like Chicago. Yeah. So yeah, it's actually K-Dot. Yeah, K-Dot's my top player for the year. I think second year running. I had K-Dot best player 2017. We got him in 2018 as well. He just scores a lot of goals, and that's why we've got to put him #1. No debate this time. Third time lucky. K-Dot #1. There you have it. That's my list. Hopefully you guys like it. I don't know. Don't know if you guys think mine's more accurate than yours. Obviously, my one doesn't contain really good players like Rizzo, and Remco, and Fireburner. I was going to say the honorable mentions. The guys who nearly made it in but didn't quite were, I think Cuxer had some moments this year where he was great. And obviously Fireburner was, I think Fireburner was actually my #11 if this list went further down.